What's going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Red and Gold Standard Podcast. My name is Zach Hernandez, and I'm joined by Brandon, Dion, Perry. What a hell of a win, guys. 13-10. The 49ers get the damn job. Round of applause. Round of applause. Man, that was about as ugly of a win I think the 49ers could grind out. Dion, I'm going to start with you. Surely I wasn't the only one about to have a heart attack for most of that game. How you feeling after that?
Oh, don't worry, you weren't, because I swear that okay, so I'm gonna lay this out for y'all real quickly. So typically I go to the bar and watch the games because I'm insane, and my wife usually will kick me out the house. It's different. Today had a barbecue over at my brother-in-law's, so I wasn't finna miss the food. Damn it, food was amazing. All Sprouts, by the way. Hey, you got to get your barbecue food, get it from Sprouts. So I'm in there, man, and I'm containing my usual 49er craziness. But I'm sitting there the whole time like we about to lose this damn game because the offense can't do shit. Damn defense is doing their job. Jimmy, you not doing nothing. What are we doing? And sure enough, in the blistering cold, because it starts snowing, we pull off the W, man. I can't believe it, right? I'm still in awe. I'm still in a very, very big awe. I really don't know. I'm speechless. But yes, the heart attack was about to happen.
Man, it was like insane because obviously, like I said, they're playing really ugly. They start off the game with like what 3 or 4 3-and-outs. And then they finally get that drive to get going, and it's like 1st and goal, and then they had the penalty, they're backed up. And then Jimmy throws an interception, and it's like, but I'm thinking maybe that's the one Jimmy throw. Maybe that's the one. He got it out of his system. It's still early. It's still a one-possession game. Man, Perry, how you feeling?
I told y'all I don't cry over sports games. Like I can close for the Super Bowl, right? Because like at the end of the day, it's sports. It's not like you know what I mean. It's sports, right? You don't think about it, but I was crying. I was actually crying at the end of this game, and I could not believe it. Words just can't express how amazing this victory just feels. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like I don't give a fuck if we lose next week. The fact that we just went into Lambeau, made Lambeau our home after beating Dallas. This is a turn back clock to the 90s, you guys. I mean, if this is what it feels like, then holy shit. But wow, it was a roller coaster of emotions. I mean, D'Amico Ryans earned his paycheck. He did. I cannot believe the game he called. It was just miraculous. And then Richard Hightower, that dude single-handedly helped us score 13 points, 13 special teams points. What, 2 Robbie field goals and the touchdown or whatever it may be? Like, God, guys, what the fuck? I can't believe that just happened. So with that being said, it's, like Zach, like you said, after the interceptions, like, okay, he got that out of the way early. This is good. And then he just wasn't hitting throws. The offensive line wasn't blocking. Elijah Mitchell was having a hard time running. Deebo Samuel couldn't get too many yards until the 4th quarter. It was like, oh my God, the world is coming to an end. And the next thing you know, 4th quarter drive, give the ball to Deebo, 3rd and 7. What do? Give that man a draw play, drive it in for a 1st down, get a couple extra yards, Robbie Gold field goal to win the game. It was miraculous to say the least. And I mean, I'm just at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. It was a beautiful win. It feels really good. The uncertainty with the team, it's been all off season. You had the Jimmy Garoppolo storylines. You've got Trey Lance waiting in the wings. All the criticism we've given Shanahan and D'Amico and Richard Hightower and everyone far and few between. And to come out with this, these guys are relentless, man. That's more than what I can say. I said it last week, too. There's a reason why everyone said you don't want to face the Niners in the playoffs because they can go and win ugly games. Today was an ugly game for both teams. The Niners even more so. But they pulled it out, baby. They pulled it out and got the W. I can't believe it. Holy
yeah. Comments are saying, like the Niners need to get it done because they're likely going to lose D'Amico Ryans. I really hope not. But, man, could this all he had to put on resume is a film of this game. I said it in the chat. There was 11:27 left in the 4th quarter. The 49ers had 3 points, and they were in this game. We all of us had no doubt in our mind they could probably still win this thing if they just had a nice drive. And they did. They really did. It's insane to think. Brandon, before I throw it over to you, I just want to tell you guys, if you're tuning in on Twitter, head over to YouTube, youtube.com/49ers. Tune in there so we can see and interact with your comments. If you're commenting anything on Twitter, we're not ignoring you. We just can't see you. Brandon, how big was Debo? I mean, the man literally left everything out on the field. He was kind of hobbled up, limping at the end. Could the 49ers have done this without him?
Nope. Not at all. No. This would have been a defeat if Debo did not come in clutch when he needed to. For sure.
100%. Looking at that, you know how the ESPN does the win probability chart? The Niners did not have any sort of win probability chance until they tied it at that blocked field goal with however long was left in the fourth. So that was insane, man. It really is crazy to think because like we said, they were so ugly to start off the game. And it's not even like you can blame them because the weather, the Packers are rested. You're coming off on a short week. It's a lot to ask of this wild card team who's just played 3 games consecutively that were essentially playoff games going back to week 18 of regular season in LA. And then you go to Dallas and now you had to go to Lambeau and they took care of business. Dion, we all kind of were freaking out there with Jimmy Garoppolo's performance. He finished the game 11 for 19, 131 yards and a pick. And in his defense, there were some dimes that were dropped in the first quarter. What do you make of it?
I will say that's probably the only drive that I give him credit. And I was saying that in the chat, like we can't blame him on that third drive because the receivers just dropped the damn ball. He put the ball right where it's supposed to be, and it's extremely rare that happens. But for the rest of the game, Jimmy was just Jimmy. So here's the thing, and I'll say this and I'll make this point. Please, people, don't jump on this train and crown that damn man. He didn't do shit. I'm sorry. The man did nothing to help us win this game. If special teams doesn't block that punt and we score that touchdown with Talanoa Hufanga, we lose. So please, people, don't run out there crowning Jimmy Garoppolo king of the damn world. Don't do it. All of you Jimmy fans out there, look at the stats. Look at what the man did. Okay, outside of that third drive, he made some ill-advised throws. And believe me, there were several throws that I saw that he made that were horrible where he could have been picked off if the DBs were actually paying attention. This was a cold and frigid game. It looked like every step that anybody on that field took hurt. And the other thing that I will say is this was an exposure of Tom Compton. This is why we got the ball out quick. Rashawn Gary ate his lunch. He took his lunch money. He hung him upside down by his ankle, shook him until all the money came out, then snatched his wallet, smacked him in the face with it, spent his money, went home, slept with his wife, and told his kids to call him daddy. Rashawn Gary owned Tom Compton tonight. And yes, I use all of those metaphors because there's not a single person on this panel that's going to be able to tell me different. He ate that man alive. And this is where you see why Tom Compton is a liability in pass coverage against a true pass rusher.
Man, you certainly have a way with words, Dion. I visually see all of that happening. But I agree with you. I really do agree with you. And it's unfortunate because Tom Compton had been relatively successful. He had filled in for McGlinchey, and a lot of fans and analysts were like, McGlinchey, who? Tom Compton can get the job done. He's been more than serviceable, but he got his ass whooped today. And there were so many plays, especially on third down. I think Jimmy got sacked like 4 times on third down where he would motion Juice out of the backfield. And then he'd be an empty backfield. And I'm like, Jimmy, what are you doing? And then sure enough, right where Juice was just standing 10 seconds before that, the
Rashawn Gary
line, just gets completely demolished and he gets sacked. The Niners won this game, but there are certainly some things they're going to have to address depending on, regardless of who they take on next week, LA or Tampa, obviously. Christian, I see you're in here. Are you able to talk?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Can you hear me?
How do you break down this win?
It was the 2000 Ravens carrying Trent Dilfer. That's what that was.
I like that.
Like, we're going to get to the Super Bowl in the same, dude, this defense is unfucking real. We lose Ambry Thomas, and DJ comes out and plays pretty damn well after the first. So, I don't know. I just can't believe how well that defense played against Rodgers. But like I said, It's the playoffs, and Aaron Rodgers is our motherfucking bitch.
Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers is now 0-4 versus the 49ers in the playoffs. And maybe I'm alone here, but I constantly ask myself, why don't these quarterbacks just throw it deep every single play? Like the 49ers, more often than not, would probably give it up. So it really is. I don't understand why they don't just test him. If they just tested him, we saw what happened that first drive. He completely just marched the ball down the field. It was a perfect, I believe, split of pass and runs, but they got the job done. And I'm thinking, shit, it's about to be a long day. Mm-hmm. But DeMeco Ryans, who people say doesn't change, doesn't adjust, instantly made adjustments and got the job done for the defense. Special teams, I don't know if it was Dion or Perry who said special teams, but man, we couldn't have lucked out by facing a worse special teams team than the Green Bay Packers. I think I saw the 49ers were ranked 26th and the Packers were ranked 32nd. So by a miracle, they took care of business. And Talanoa Hufanga, the rookie of all people, got the damn job done. Perry, I'm going to throw it back to you. Does it concern you, the 49ers' lack of offensive firepower in this game moving forward?
You know what? I mean, I agree with Dion in the sense that Jimmy Garoppolo just, he shouldn't get his praise because he did have a bad game. He did have a few good throws in the first half that were dropped. So when I saw that, I was like, damn, Jimmy can make those throws. But I'm going to give the entire offensive benefit, man. I mean, you're playing in 0-degree weather. It's cold. It's hard. The Niners haven't played in this weather all season long. This was Jimmy Garoppolo's first career, below freezing game. I mean, I know he grew up in Illinois and played in that cold weather, but I won't give him the benefit. There are still some plays out there he could have made, but I'm not too concerned. And it's because we know what Ayuk can do. We know what Debo can do. We know what Kittle can do, and Juwan and Mitchell and all those guys. It was just cold. It was hard for the offense to get things going. I mean, you start off the first half, right? It's already 0 degrees. Okay, it's freezing cold. Now all of a sudden you got the snow, and it's like, well, great. Now Jimmy's got to throw in that. And you saw it just throughout the whole game. I mean, it seemed like guys were getting hit, right? They were coming up limping and going, shit, that shit hurt. So it was the weather. I think 100% was the weather. But you guys, I'm curious as to what you guys think, but I'm not too much concerned about the offensive firepower because we know what it takes. And I mean, come on. You're going from 0 degrees, and now you're going to play in Tampa or LA where it's 70 degrees, 75 degrees. I don't know what the weather in Tampa will be, but it's not going to be this. And you have that benefit for the 49ers where they're playing in weather that favors them. I mean, if the Rams win, the Niners are going to play in their second home stadium. So it's going to be a really big thing to watch tomorrow. But I think the weather was just against the 49ers. But in any event, I'm not concerned about the firepower, Zach. It was cold. It was cold for these guys, but next week will be huge. Next week will be huge.
I need you to stay out of my head because you said exactly what I was thinking, baby. I need you to get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
See, like I said,
Zach, can you tell me, Zach? You can't tell me that look where we go, Zach. You can't tell me you wouldn't be comfortable with Levi South, aka SoFi Stadium.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, who ain't gonna be I'm gonna tell you right now. If we got to go to Levi South, I'm taking my ass home. Bro. I'm gonna go right to my mama house. I'm gonna party like it's 1999.
Bro. You think we could beat the Rams again though?
Bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zach,
yes.
I'm gonna let you go back to emceeing it. I just had to throw that out there.
No, you're
Perry was all in my brain. I don't understand what it was. It's going on through the cameras.
You're good. I think it was Perry who said it earlier in the week. If the 49ers win and the Rams win, then they're 2 games at SoFi with the NFC Championship game and then the Super Bowl, which would be insane. Levi South, like Dion just said, it would be huge, man. Look, Jimmy played poorly. Was it the weather? Was it his injuries? I don't know. He came out with a nice start, and I don't blame those drops on him at all. He was dropping some dimes. He hit Ayuk.
Touchdown.
He hit exactly. He hit Kittle. He hit. I think even Debo had a drop. But when he needed to perform the most, he did for the most part. He got the job done. There were a couple tough passes. He stood in there on 3rd down. I believe he hit Kittle over the middle for like 14. So I got to tip my cap to him in that sense because he didn't buckle down and, whoever that TikTok creator is, he didn't stand there, piss down his leg as the real talent kind of walked all over him. That wasn't the case. Jimmy stood up. He got the job done. Elijah Mitchell stood up. Deebo Samuel stood up. And let's talk about this because, Perry, I'm going to throw it back to you. Are we concerned about injuries? Because Deebo left limping. I saw Trent Williams left on crutches and he's getting an x-ray. Does that concern you?
I think so. Trent Williams left on crutches. First snap in special teams. Jeff Wilson got carted off. So, he's done for the year. That's my guy. It's okay. I'm assuming he's done for the year. But Trent Williams was limping. He's on crutches. That's going to be huge. George Kittle was limping near the end. I don't know if you guys saw that on the broadcast. Also, Kittle got banged up. Dante Johnson got a shit rocked by DJ Jones. He got banged up. Then Deebo was limping too, but I think he'll be okay. I want to say that I think the frigid air and it being cold has a lot to do with like shit hurting even more. You're talking about the fourth quarter. Everyone's tired. All of a sudden, you're getting rolled up upon. You're getting hit. You're getting smacked. You're falling down. The ground feels like cement. It's tough for these guys. It really is. So I think it's just a lot easier to tweak things in the cold weather for what it may seem. Trent Williams' injury did seem pretty significant given that, he kind of slipped in the grass initially and then just got aggravated from there. So that'll be something to monitor. But fingers crossed the injuries aren't too bad. It's kind of a blessing in disguise that the Niners are playing today on the Saturday because when they go into the championship game against Sunday, they're going to get an extra day off. And even if it's one day, for guys needing to rest up, that's huge. That's really huge. And at the time, it's like, shit, the Niners got to play on Saturday. And that was obviously before we knew they were going to win. So you give them an extra day off. You hope for the best, shoot Jimmy up with some more cortisone, give these guys whatever, painkillers it has to be. And I think they'll be good to go. But the Trent Williams one is the only one that really seems significant given that we know he's on crutches. So that's definitely something to monitor. But man, I'm not too concerned, but it's definitely going to be like a questionable type of week for a lot of guys, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Unfortunately, they're just some key players. Trent Williams, Deebo Samuel. What's up, Brandon? You got something?
Yeah. So I just got from Bleacher Report right now. I sent it in the chat. Jimmy Garoppolo, when Robbie Gold came up to him, he literally said, "Fuck Aaron Rodgers and fuck the Packers."
What a G!
Damn.
Gold said that,
hey, that dude has some balls because when we won in Dallas, he screamed out, "We own you. This is our house." And then to say that, here's the craziest thing. This is a man who's celebrating 2 W's he ain't have shit to do with.
Nope.
Hey, he's happily taking credit. I respect this gangster. I respect this gangster.
I would like to say we should get a first-round pick because we made it to the NFC Championship, but we did it regardless of Jimmy. So I'm like, fuck, we don't deserve one.
Hey, but you know what it is? I'll say this, and I'm gonna kick it right back to Zach. It doesn't matter because you know what people will say? They will say the same thing Sherm said. When he's in, they win. Mm-hmm. Period. That's what teams will sucker themselves into believing that's true. They're gonna look at it and go, what's his record? And they're going to say there's something about him, there's some type of star power that exists that he wills a team to win, even when it's obvious and it's blatant that he did nothing to get the W. They will still say, if he's at the helm, there's W's. Kyle Shanahan has a shit record without Jimmy. He really does. And with Jimmy, he looks pretty damn good.
That's true.
So back to you, Zach. But this is what people will sucker themselves into. These are all facts.
Damn, that just sounded like the news right now. Back to you, Zach.
That's right. We're professionals here. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, do us a solid. Hit like, hit subscribe. It really does help. Let's get those likes up. Man, I was saying too in the previous show we were talking about Jimmy and talking all that shit after the Dallas game. And that's what I was saying. Like, you, sir, need to get your ass to the locker room because you did almost nothing to win this game for the Niners after the first drive. But look, it's a team game. It really is a team game. I'm not going to hate on Jimmy. He got enough to do the job done. We all know he's good for one of those boneheaded plays per game. And I'm going to appreciate the fact that it came early on and he gave the team a chance to rebound from it. But I do think that these injuries are key. We're going to have to see how the 49ers rebound from them as well. There was a comment in here earlier from Thomas. Who would y'all rather face? Brandon, I'm going to throw it to you first. Tampa or LA, and why?
That's a good question. I like both odds. I feel like we still have LA's number no matter what. But I also want a new task on trying to beat Tom Brady to reach the Super Bowl. Damn, I don't know. I'm like 50-50 right now. But like Dion said, I wouldn't mind going to Levi South for another two more games.
Okay, I like that. Perry, who would you rather face?
I go with the Rams, man. They're familiar. It's Southern California. Niners don't gotta travel to the East Coast.
No.
And who else but the Niners, man? That's Niners South, like Dion said. And you know, it does make a big deal. It really does. When Niners fans travel well, Shanahan gave him props in his press conference because he saw the upper deck of Lambeau loaded with Niners fans. We saw the SoFi game this year, man. There were Niners fans everywhere. We know they travel. We travel. So give me SoFi, man. You got to give the familiarity to the Rams. We know how they play. We stay in California. That'll be huge. And just, go with what we know best. Like Brandon said, I would love to see something different. Don't get me wrong. But I want to win. I like our odds against the Rams more than Tampa Bay, to be honest. So, yeah, give me the Rams. I like that.
Okay, Dion.
Can you drop that comment
Yes,
off real quick? I want everybody to pay close attention when I say this. I want no parts of Tom Brady at all. Tom Brady will come in with a vengeance and force his way into winning this game because he will want to just purposely beat the shit out of Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't want that. I don't want to face a killer. For what? This is like asking me if I get to fight Mike Tyson or some bum off the street that has no boxing experience. I'm finna take dude off the street. I know with Mike Tyson, I got 100% chance to get knocked the fuck out. I don't want that. I'm going to take the easy road. I'm going to go face Matthew Stafford, who's the punk on the street, and Sean McVay, who kind of seems to sun every time. So I'd like to go to Levi South. I want no parts of Tampa Bay, strictly because of Tom Brady, as much as Jimmy wills teams into winning. And he seems to be some mythical character that just is there for and along for the ride, and he gets the W's. Tom Brady is a real life dude with real life W's and 7 fucking rings. I want no parts of that. All I want to do is take the high road and the easy road, baby. I don't need twists and turns. Just give me a fucking straightaway.
Yep, I love it. I agree with you there. While I think the Bucs are beatable, Tom Brady is like, you're taking down a legend. You know what I mean? It's like, do you really want that? Do you really want to deal with that and make it a little harder on your journey to the Super Bowl? But it's tough as hell, man, because the comments are saying too, can you really beat LA 7 times in a row, 3 times in one season? It's tough, man. It really is tough. But I think I'm going to go with the Rams. Like Perry and Dion both said, you're familiar with them. You understand how they want to operate. You understand how they want to work. Kyle Shanahan owns Sean McVay. It is what it is. Matthew Stafford melts as the time, the season goes on, the game gets late. We'll see what it is, man. But we're going to see tomorrow. I love
that. Rodney, they got to worry about COVID protocol.
I got to say one thing real quick. There was a lot of Niners shit talking because I told you guys last episode about the Packers podcast I've been listening this past week. There was a whole hell of a lot of shit talking about it. Matt said it in the last show. He's talking about that Peter Bukowski guy. That dude was so sure the Packers are going to win this game.
Yeah.
Oh, this and that. The Packers, blah, blah, blah. Jimmy Garoppolo sucks. This is Aaron Rodgers' time. There's something different about the Packers this year and, blah, blah, blah. Bro, as a fan, I don't really engage with other, fans of other teams because I don't have the time to bitch. But when I see other people doing it on their platforms, and I get that's their job, right? Like they're supposed to talk like that. But when you hear it, it's such a sure thing. When you see all the media picks are like Packers, 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 I'm like, fuck you guys. You have no idea what you're talking about. And that's why I swear 29 teams, all those fans were like, yeah, this is Packers. And then obviously the one team who knew we were going to win was us. Why? Because we know the team better than everyone else knows the team. And that goes to show just how relentless some of the Niners are and our fans are. And you watch how it was. We kind of knew what the blueprint was for today's game. It was run the damn ball, get some stops on defense, hope Garoppolo doesn't turn the ball over. And although he wasn't my MVP, because he turned the ball over once. He only turned the ball over once, and that's all you really have to ask from him. It's like, don't fuck it up every time. Hey, get out of here. Don't fuck it up every time. Just do it once. You know what I mean? But going back to the shit talking, man, it was like, I listened to the podcast, I watched the TV shows, and it's just, there's no analysis. You know what I mean? There's no like, oh, the Packers are going to win because Aaron Rodgers is having an MVP year and the Niners are hurt and Garoppolo sucks. 2 fingers of those things are true. You know what I mean? It's like, it's true. And I see that and I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. How can you go up saying, yeah, the Packers are just going to win? And it's just total bullshit. It's like, I got Dion over here saying that Tom Compton's getting his wife clapped by freaking Rashawn Gary. I got Brandon unsure if he wants to play the Rams or Bucks. And it's like all this shit. And it's like, man, the Niners, it's just like everyone just sees the Niners as lunch money. You know, they really do. It's like doubt Shanahan and doubt Garoppolo all you want, but holy fuck, if you're going to say the Niners are going to lose, go and read some film or watch some damn film. Watch how the Niners are good. And it just amazes me that so many people count out San Francisco when you watch them play. And it's like, I honestly thought they did the impossible today. They really did. I think this game was like, you know what? We could beat the Packers, but if we lose, I'm not surprised. Garoppolo sucks. You know, and I think we all can admit that. But when you just watch how these guys just are, the motor is nonstop, and you see Garoppolo's like, fuck, this dude throws a pick. He can't play in the cold, but he wins. You know, people like him and he wins. And you see that, and it's just like, oh, I had to get off my chest. It's like, stop doubting the Niners. You know what I mean? It's just stop with the hate. It's ridiculous. I am going to enjoy listening to Packers podcast tomorrow. I am going to sit there, have some alcohol, just tune back and relax and be like, man, this is sweet, sweet victory. I'll tell y'all. Oh,
hell yeah.
I do have to say real fast. You can even ask Dion. All season long, I've never had a doubt about this team at all. I always chose them to freaking win each week. Mm-hmm. And I mean, they just keep proving me right, especially right now when they're hot, they're ready to play whoever is next. Doesn't matter who it is. I know they're going to go out there and just play a great ass game, no matter what.
Bro, I gotta tell you, I think after we started 3-5, I messaged Stuart and I was like, "So, you ready for draft analysis?" I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna be honest. That 3-5 start was tough. I was like, "Fuck, this season's gonna suck."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was ugly, man.
I eat my words, though, man. I eat my words.
Yeah, Perry, this comment totally adds on to what you were saying. Packers fans were crying; they were only getting 99% of the picks in the media. Laughed my ass off, bro. I could not fathom dealing with any more of these damn crybaby reporters talking about, oh, the Packers should feel so disrespected and this and that. Every single segment I saw, the most would be one person picking the Niners to win this game. And it's like, do you guys not understand how TV works? When you say, hey, how can the 49ers win this game if they were to win it? Then you could lay out, oh, well, X and Y and Z would have to happen. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're all believing that's going to happen, even though it's what did happen. But it was so goddamn annoying just seeing it all week. The Packers aren't getting any love. They got all the love, and they got the loss. They held the L. So shut the hell up. I don't want to hear from you guys till August.
I'm gonna give a special shout out to one dude who counted us out, and he ain't done it since. And he's in the media, Mr. Adam Rank. Shout out to you.
He's a homie now.
The only one who picked us. Everybody else bet against us. He said, nope, I screwed up once. I ain't doing it again. Not
he's
today.
A homie now. I appreciate Adam Rank.
So I actually sent Anthony Perry, Mr. Perry himself, a tweet that Chris Riley posted. And I'm going to share it real fast. Here's what we're talking about right here. The game preview picks, and Rank is the only one. Well, Chris goes, this didn't age well. And then Adam replied back saying, I think it aged fucking brilliantly.
Let's go.
That's
I'm breaking the building, man.
Yes,
I told you he did that because and what happened, the beauty of that is you make a believer out of a doubter. Yep. And that's the key element to this, is making a believer out of a doubter. when people just continually are counting you out and you look at them and you turn around and prove them wrong, it's like, what else can you say at this point? I don't know. They just keep fucking winning. And it may drive you insane that we keep winning, but we do. And there's nothing you can really do about it.
Exactly. I'm going to read some of these comments. I'm trying not to pull them up. I don't want to cover your guys' face here.
Oh, no, yeah. Hey, look, cover my face all the time. I don't care.
You're good. You're good. Football, what was it? I think Joey said it here earlier. Trent's walking without crutches, so that's good. Great to hear that. Football fan 28, icing on the cake. The last field goal attempt, Packers only had 10 guys on the field. It really is insane that they have as bad of a special teams unit as they do. Aspera, Packers not named Devontae Adams combined for 6 yards. That's insane. Jamar says DeMeco has been the MVP of this team all season long, not Kyle. Our defense has been Clamp City all year. Incredible. 100%, bro. 100%. Kim says they won't be counted out after tonight.
That's what's crazy about the last comment, the one about DeMeco, was when Dante Johnson was getting toasted, DeMeco said, fuck that. This dude's getting doubled. That single-handedly decided the game for defense, in my opinion. I mean, the moment DeMeco said, you know what, fuck that, Devontae Adams getting doubled, it worked. Rodgers couldn't find anyone else. The only one else he found was Aaron Jones, who, by the way, Matt called out on the last show and said Aaron Jones might torch us.
Yeah, because he's that guy, and he only really torched us on that one play where he got behind the defense. Because this is okay. I'm gonna give y'all a stat because I didn't say this on the last show and I meant to. And this is before this game. I'm gonna give y'all 9 TDs, 726 yards, 3 TDs, 290 yards. The first stat is the 49ers in 2013, 14, and 19 combined. The second stat is the Packers in the same years. We outscored them by 436 yards and 6 TDs over those 3 previous playoff games. All we had to do was run the ball. And in this game, even though we didn't score on offense, we ran for 106. They ran for 67. What's the common denominator here, people? Run the ball. That's all you got to do. These are facts. I'm not going to tell you. I've learned. I'm going to hit you with facts. And even if you don't like it, there's nothing you can do about it because it's literally the truth of it. We ran more than them. We got the W. Even though we had to bring it down to a Robbie Gold field goal and a special teams touchdown. And I'm gonna say this. I give the defense an A+++++. Oh, by the way, another plus. Because they balled out every chance they got. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. We only gave up that 1 TD and a fucking field goal, people. We did what we were supposed to do. We forced several turnovers. Like the defense, man, I'm going to tell you right now. Jimmy, with all that money you making, I swear to God, you need to take the whole defense out. And I'm talking about everybody. You know how they do rookies? They take you out to a fancy restaurant and run the tab up ridiculous. Jimmy, you need to let them run the tab up and tell them don't even worry about it. Yep. You need to pay for everybody on that defense's meal, and you better make sure they get the creme de la creme, baby. I'm talking about going to Papados. I'm talking about hitting some of the fanciest restaurants in San Francisco, baby. So I know there's some real fancy restaurants that cost a lot of money. You need to take all the men out and pay them. And then hey, look, man, look, here you go. And by the way, at the end of the meal, slip everybody a rollie. I'm just saying, break your pockets for those dudes because they have been the reason that you've gotten this far.
100%, man, 100%. I'm going to go through some more of these comments here. Kim Farson says, Jimmy literally tried to give Green Bay at least 3 pick sixes. Let's not act like we won because Jimmy was on the field. Bro, those throws to the flat. He doesn't have enough arm to get it there.
When the ball just floated, I was like, oh, no, that's the game.
That's
the game. Yeah, the one I think he had 2 to Mitchell, and then I think 1 to Kittle.
If Eric Stokes, all he had to do was look up
and he
find the ball. And I'm going to tell you, even in that weather, I know this. Eric Stokes is fast as fuck. And I know because I watched. So if you watch I Am Athlete, with Brandon Marshall and Channing Crowder and all those guys, they had their own combine. This is where Eric Stokes even got discovered. That man ran a 4.240. And the minute he ran a 4.2, magically he shot up the ranks in the NFL draft. I'm telling you, dude, if he'd have looked up, that's straight to the crib. And there's no stopping him because there's no one on the defense, on that offense that's going to catch him. Debo, you know him. He about good for 40 to 60. After that, he ain't no good. I love him to death, but he even said himself, I ain't got that 100-yard gas in me like that.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. Mm-hmm. Luke says, did anyone see the tweet of Robbie Gould doing pregame warm-up kicks over the heads of Packers as they lined up for introductions?
Yeah, I saw that and reposted that tweet. The quote of it was like, you just knew he'd kick a game winner when he was
That's hilarious. Dude, that's ballsy, man. 49 Bloodline says, Jimmy's 15-4 as an underdog. That's pretty impressive. You got to respect, like you said, when he's in, he wins. I'm going to ask y'all real quick. If I told you last night, Jimmy finishes the game 11 for 19, 131 yards, and 1 pick. Elijah Mitchell finishes the game with 17 carries for 53 yards and no touchdowns. And the leading receiver is George Kittle with 4 receptions for 63 yards and no touchdowns. Any of you guys pick the Niners to win that game?
No way. No. I'll be honest. No.
Absolutely not.
No. Hell no.
And they got the damn job done.
Man. I don't think anybody expected special teams to step up the way they did tonight.
Yep.
Shout out to Hunkpad, man. Hunkpad. What are talking about, baby?
Hey, here's our guy, Matt. Popped out on the COVID floor to give you boys a shout out and to say, as always, go Niners.
Go Niners.
Hey, stay safe out there, Matt.
Yes,
Nothing
sir.
but love to you, brother. Stay safe.
Yes, sir.
You know, I want to talk about real quick what what Dion said about D'Amico getting his money and whatnot. It's like, so I was listening to Middlecoff before or after the Cowboys game, and he said, I forget what the number was, but I think the Niners after the Cowboys game were 14-2. I think 14-2 this season when they hold a quarterback under their average passing yards per game. And I mean, I'll give Rodgers credit, man. The snow is hard to play in, but Lambeau's his home. He knows it better than anyone. And that dude just got dogged by freaking Jimmy the Italian Stallion Garoppolo. It's like, come on, dude.
It's this comment is hilarious.
I wanted to
Aaron Rodgers is a real deal 49ers fan. He always comes through for us.
This is nothing but facts.
Bro,
these are nothing but facts when you look at that. He really is. You have to think about it. I've always said this, and I know a lot of people will say, hey, if you were to get drafted, where would you want to go? This is always a question they ask rookies. What do rookies do? They give the PR answer. I'll be happy with anywhere I go. I bullshit you not. If I was to go to the NFL draft and I was able to play and I was really a high round pick and somebody asked me, I'd have blatantly told them I want to go to the San Francisco 49ers. That's my favorite team. It's my team I watched growing up. It's a team I love. I would love to get drafted by them. I don't care if I'm the number 1 overall consensus pick. I'm going to tell you where I want to go. This is where Aaron Rodgers wanted to be. And because he couldn't be there, he's always helping us out. So, A-Rod, you always can come back home, baby, because we love you.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers is still a fan, man. He's given us 4 playoff wins. I'll say that much. Rodgers still a fan.
Die hard. That's a diehard fan right there. He's true faithful.
It's funny because he does ball out when they play him in the regular season. Well, not necessarily. He did the last 2 times, right? Last time with like Nick Mullins or whoever the hell was under center. And then in week 3, when the Niners had no identity as a team, he balled out then. But when it really matters, 0 for 4. 0 for 4, baby. Give it up for Aaron Rodgers, man. 49ers MVP of the game because they couldn't have done it without him. Yeah, 49ers saying, fuck no. He probably wouldn't have thought that the Niners would have won. Robbie Gould got the game ball. Last I saw, Kyle only gave one to Jordan Willis, but he did say he had more to give out. So much credit to them. Some pitches already clicked. This defense is playing like this is a Super Bowl defense for sure. Do you guys agree with that? Is this a Super Bowl defense? Super Bowl caliber
defense might just be better than 2019. Is that crazy to say?
No.
Am I riding the high? Am I riding the high a little too much? Because this defense, I mean, with all due respect to Robert Saleh, man, that dude had 3 or 4 years to establish himself. this is D'Amico Ryans. He's a rookie. Now he took over Salah's blueprint, so I will say that much. But after what we saw from D'Amico Ryans the first few weeks, I was like, bro, I among everyone was like shitting on this dude, like, fuck, D'Amico's gonna suck as a DC. So I eat my words there too. But holy, like, honestly, what do you guys think? Is this like, I'm getting like better than 2019 vibes. I don't know about you guys.
I think it is in the sense that there's a lot less expectations, right? In 2019, the Niners were the number 1 seed. Mm-hmm. Everybody expected them to kind of get to the Super Bowl and get the job done. Whereas here, they've been counted out since day one. I mean, nobody probably expected them to make the playoffs. Once they did make the playoffs, nobody expected them to beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys were favored. Nobody expected them for sure to beat the Packers. And they've been able to overcome all of these obstacles, all of these injuries. Jimmy playing like a damn blind idiot with one arm half the time, and they still get the job done. I'm going to say yes. I really am going to say yes. And I think the defense specifically is on par, if not better than the 2019 defense. Maybe the stats don't quite line up, but what we see on the field, we can see. I mean, how many times did Aaron Rodgers fucking run around for his life today? He was running around like a chicken with his head cut off because Nick Bosa. And can we shout out Eric Armstead? This guy, I do not want to hear how he was overpaid and they should have kept Buckner again.
Wow.
Armstead has showed up time after time when the Niners needed him most.
Yep. I can't believe how big he's
2
been.
sacks.
What, like the last 5? He had 2 sacks today?
2 sacks, Eric Armstead.
Like the last 5 weeks, the dude has like 10 sacks in total. It's insane.
It really is, yeah.
And Bosa got a sack too today.
Yep. Dion, what do you think? Is this defense better than 2019?
I have to say that I can't say for sure. The defense is stellar. It is great. The one thing that I like about this defense is we rush more and we blitz a little bit more. I didn't like that about Robert Saleh. I was like, ugh, why are you always just sending 4? Like, come on, bro. We need some extra help. But I don't know. That 2019 defense was something to behold, man. But what I can say is this defense ain't nothing to laugh at. Eric Armstead balled out, man. I mean, when you go into a frigid game and you win like this, I mean, you can't say nothing else, man. They balled out. They played their hearts out. That's why I said I give the defense an A++. Special teams, you get A++. Offense, I'm gonna give you a D-. And actually, you know what? I'll change it to a D+ because of getting down in field on that last drive. But I'm sorry, man, for us to have as many possessions as we did, and we only wound up with 3 points, and it had to come down to special teams saving our ass, and then going down to kick field goal. I can't give you no high grade, man, because there wasn't really much produced, and this defense, though, I have to say, I don't know, man. I can't give them better than 2019. I had to give them. They might be a tie. I give them a tie.
That's a good one. I got to show y'all this. Last week we had a little fun with some memes. Check this one out.
No, look at the cheese edited on his head.
Dude, I love it. And this is the guy that's his side piece.
This shit is hilarious.
Head literally looks like a Lego. It looks like a Lego.
Some of the memes after the Cowboys win, though, I don't think that we're gonna be able to top that this week. As nice as it is.
Can we show
Well, you won't see anybody crying in this game because their tears will have frozen by the time they come out their eyes. Like, I mean, if you see a bunch of people like look like icicles all over their face, it's about as good as it's gonna get. It's too cold. The teams that did the teams.
That's a good one. I like that one.
That is priceless. Oh my god.
I freaking love it, dude.
Well, Rodgers looks like we did get the Rodgers rate this game.
Have you guys seen the tweets saying? I know we've been doing the live show right now, but a lot of tweets saying that I think Rodgers is done in Green Bay. He's saying that's definitely
Okay. Go back to what he said at the beginning of the season. Rodgers he made it clear, like, hey, I'm here for this season. After this, I want out. I don't want to be here. I want to leave. So let me think about it like this. This is a hypothetical, and it's a real crazy hypothetical. Say they let Rodgers walk.
Wow.
He becomes a free agent. The first thing that's going to happen is it's going to suck for us because we're just going to take forever to get Jimmy off the books because people are going to go after him hard. Mm-hmm. Oh, what do we got? Rodgers on whether this team is still set up to win a Super Bowl with all the pending free agent salary cap issues. That's a fair question. Definitely one I've thought about. He added, I don't want to be a part of the rebuild. I'm going to keep playing.
Damn. I also see this quote from Adam Schefter. I'm going to take some time and have conversations with the folks around here and then take some time away and make a decision, obviously before free agency.
He don't want to stay there no more because he knows he's never going to win anything.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, if Rodgers walks and we can get Jimmy off the books and he decides to play I'm going to pick where I want to go, you may see Trey Lance sit another year. You think Rodgers don't want to come and play for Kyle? You don't think he want to come here on a 1-year contract? If we kick Jimmy off the books, we got the money. The salary cap is going up. We'll be able to work around a few contracts. We don't have to extend Bosa right now. The only person we really have to worry about is Deebo Samuel.
Yeah. Technically, did you guys see the rap sheet tweet that said the Niners are preparing to give Deebo a blockbuster contract?
Yeah. Of course.
So Middle contract said he thinks it's going to be like an Amari Cooper contract, which is about 5 years, $150 million. I'd say give him more.
Yeah.
Oh my
you
God.
Get that.
I would give that man a blank check. I would tell him,
write it in, write whatever you want. Yeah, for what he's done for us, you give that man that kind of money. But that could be a blockbuster situation. Now, see, here's the thing. If I have Trey Lance, and the beauty of this is where the actual learning comes into play. You had Trey Lance sitting behind Jimmy Garoppolo. Not much really to learn, right? Not really a vet, doesn't have much to go on, doesn't have the resume. But if you bring Aaron Rodgers in there on a 1 to 2 year contract, and he knows he's walking out that door, and you get with him, and you say, look, if you here, man, I'm going to need you to teach this kid everything you know. Give him the game. Give him the knowledge. We drafted him. We did everything. Fans will be okay with having someone with Rodgers' skill set training Trey Lance, and they'll be okay with us still using those picks and him sitting because this is a viable reason for him to sit. I'm just putting it out there in the air. It should make sense.
Can you imagine?
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. Can you imagine Aaron Rodgers, Kyle Shanahan, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle? That you can't tell me that team doesn't win 2 championships.
And the defense.
And the defense.
And the defense too. And the special teams.
Oh my God.
All I'll say is it's a travesty that Green Bay has only walked away with 1 Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. Probably the most physically gifted quarterback certainly that I've ever seen in my lifetime. And with McCarthy and LaFleur, you walk away with 1 championship. That was in 2011? I want to say 2012. It was a while ago. It was over close to a decade ago at this point. So it really is. I can understand the frustration. I can understand probably the feeling that he's saying, I'm in my prime right now. I had one of the best years a quarterback probably has ever had. Tom Brady doesn't exist. He's probably having the best statistical year, but Tom Brady's somehow still doing ridiculous things out here at his age. So it really is insane. And I understand the frustration of him saying, you guys are wasting me, basically. I'm over here balling out at my prime, and all I got is a Devontae Adams. Don't get me wrong. Devontae Adams is one of the best in the NFL. But who's at tight end? Who's at wide receiver 2? He's at wide receiver 3. Aaron Jones is great, but aside from what he did today, which he still put up a bunch of yards rushing and receiving, was it enough? It wasn't, clearly. So, man, this is going to be a crazy scenario to see what Aaron Rodgers does next season.
Hey, just real fast, a tweet from Tracy Sandler. Deebo Samuel said that he's fine. I know we saw him limping after the game.
He took a helmet to the thigh. If you guys watched it, if you caught that replay, It was, yeah, but he took a helmet straight to the thigh, and in that cold weather, your muscle will tighten up super quick, and it's gonna be a bitch. He'll most likely be fine. You massage that out, and you just kind of rest, and you'll be okay. Once he gets warm again, it's probably not gonna be as bad. Another crazy stat: when you look at the targets, I just looked at that. 11 targets for Devontae Adams, 10 for Aaron Jones. You targeted your other receivers each individually, only I think 3 or 4 other times. That tells you what was the plan. What did I say the plan was? Get the ball to Tay. You can't do that. You become one dimensional with your only receiver. That's not gonna work, because D'Amico had that shit figured out, and it was a beautiful thing to watch.
That double team was huge on Devontae.
Oh my god!
I mean, I actually didn't realize that Devontae Adams had less than 100 yards. I think on the preview show, we all thought Devontae was going to hit over 100 and like a tutty easily. And outside of the 75-yard Aaron Jones play, I mean, that was shut down. You know, to further your point, Dion, outside of Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard, both wide receivers, only had 1 target each.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers targeted his other receivers once. So 2 times total. I mean, I'm furthering your point, man.
That's I think Aaron Jones would have had less yards too, receiving wise, if
outside of that big
play. Yeah,
75 yards. And the fact that was even held to a field goal too. Oh my!
That was insane, bro.
What?
The Scarborough Morrow guy?
Yeah.
That right there. What happened when they said they wasn't gonna keep Aaron? Devontae started getting a little bothered. He did not like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine?
The Packers are $44 million over the salary cap.
Can you imagine Mr. Adams and Mr. Rodgers coming to hang out in San Francisco and throwing Debo in the slot and then having Ayuk on the outside? Can you imagine a 3 wide receiver set with that kind of crew? It's unfair. Not in this offense.
Stacey Dale's caught up with Debo Samuel right after the win. You guys want to listen to it?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to pull it up.
That would be crazy, though. That'd be insane.
Yeah, it's something to dream about for sure. All right, this is per Stacey Dale's NFL Network.
Cool.
Debo Samuel, you're so emotional right now. Debo, what's going through your mind?
Man, it's just so crazy. We knew we needed to play, and we talked about special teams being very important this week and this weather. You know, we can't really kick the ball, so we went out here and got a block punt, and we scored and tied the game. Man, it's just crazy right now.
I see tears in your eyes. What does this mean?
This means a lot for this team, man. To be down, I mean, we couldn't move the ball in the first half. Going in second half, make adjustments, and just come out here and play our heart out.
Everybody held their breath when you got banged up. What happened there on that play?
My ankle got twisted up, and I got scared for a second, but I'll be all right.
They beat you guys on a field goal in week 3. This is the divisional round playoffs, and Robbie Gold wins with a field goal. What was your reaction to that after what happened all the way back in week 3?
Robbie don't miss. Good as gold, baby. That's what I call him. But you know what I'm saying? It was just a great team win, flying around on all cylinders, and just great team win.
Can you describe, Debo, how physical you guys are on the ground when your quarterback doesn't throw a touchdown and you still find a way to win?
It's just the mindset of this team. We knew there was going to be a dogfight. With the weather, we knew we weren't going to be able to throw the ball like we wanted to, and it's just a physical mindset that everybody on this team have, and we go out here and play hard-nosed ball.
There's nobody doing in football what you are doing. Catching it, receiving it, you do it in every dimension all over the field. What is that like for you? What sense of responsibility do you feel in this offense?
I mean, I feel like it's a trust thing. Me and Kyle have a great relationship, and you know what I'm saying? I trust him just as well as he trusts me. Making that third down call on 36, putting the ball in my hand in the running play, just know everything I'm capable of.
When did that trust start with you and Kyle?
It's been there. It's just been there. It just got way better.
Talk about the resilience of your football team. You have now won 6 of your last 7 games. The San Francisco 49ers are hot.
We hot. I said it when we beat the Rams. Nobody wanted to see us in the playoffs.
What's next for you guys? NFC Championship.
Of course. We got to see who's going to win the game. We just prepare. Just get ready for that game.
What's the ultimate goal, Debo?
Win. That's the only goal we got.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Like Quan Alexander says, the block is hot.
Yeah, for real. Hey, hold on. I gotta bring this up. Joey says, "Good thing that wasn't Jennifer." You tell me y'all saw that earlier this week, right? So
Yeah.
So Debo Samuel's at a press conference, right? And he's kind of wrapping up, and he kind of gets caught on a hot mic, and he's talking to the Niners like PR lady there, and he goes, "I don't like it when Jennifer asks questions. It irks me." And the Niners took the stream down immediately, and I believe it was Jennifer Lee Chan who asked something. Yeah, Ian Sharp said she asked a dumb question. I didn't think there was nothing that I saw that was like blatantly like, what the hell? Why would you even ask me that kind of question? It was a lot of like, what does Kyle do? And this, and how do you move the ball? Random football questions. But I'm surprised it wasn't as bigger of a deal, I guess I should say. But it's just something that I thought was interesting to talk about.
Bro, all I gotta say is,
go ahead.
All I gotta say is, I fucking love this team.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's a roller coaster ride every time, though, man. That's the only thing. Like, I would love for us to just outright beat a team and like blow them out, but no, we have to go through high blood pressure, possible heart attacks. You watch if you wear a smartwatch, it telling you, "Hey, calm your ass down. You about to die." All kinds of shit, man. It's crazy.
Can I say something real quick? You know how the NFL loves their narratives, right? You know how when the 49ers lost to the Ravens, the narrative was Ray Lewis rides off in his sunset, gets a Super Bowl win. I feel like they're doing a really, really good job, and they're working hard at it, building that narrative around this 49ers team. I've seen a bunch of these pregame shows talking about the 06 Giants and then the 2011 Packers, whatever year that was, where they snuck in as the 6th seed in the playoffs, won 3 games, and then won the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna say obviously that the NFL like sets this shit up, but I do just think it's a coincidence that they're really feeding into this storyline of kind of the Cinderella team who got hot at the right moment. And I'm really excited to see what can happen, man. Because, look, we're 2 games away from a 6th championship. Let that sink in. 2 wins away from celebrating, from hoisting that Lombardi in SoFi.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
Stop it.
Hey,
no. You gotta think about it though. That's where they are. They earned their spot to be here,
bro.
And it's really crazy to think.
I have 3 to say 5. This. I have to say this too. For people that are San Francisco Giants fans out there, when they had their run, they called it Giants torture. Right now, this is 49ers torture.
It is. It really is. Hey, the beauty of this, man, is we have a real good group of fans here, man. And shout out to Talanoa Hufanga. Okay. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I grew up around Samoans, Tongans, all the Polynesians in general, bro. They are really good people. When they welcome you into their family, they are not playing. You really become their family, man. I got some people that I still mess with to this day. If y'all know about Sierra Canyon High School, there's an assistant coach named Edward Estevan. That's my guy. Like, that's my guy. He's coaching LeBron's kid. He coached Dwayne Wade's child. He's sending cats off to college and to the fucking NBA. And he is one of the most humble people you'll ever meet in your life. They really work hard to do everything they can. And for them to block that punt and him to pick that joint up and walk it into the end zone, man, shout out to Talanoa, man. I told everybody, I look at him like a safety linebacker hybrid. I don't see him just playing safety. If Marcel Harris went down, I wouldn't mind Talanoa playing a little linebacker. It'd be simple. But you gotta love that kid, man. You really do. He did the special teams. Like I said, Hightower, you get a pass, baby. You are clear. Anybody with Hightower slander, come holler at your boy. I will shut you down and remind you of what happened this game. Yeah. I ain't saying this all year. I'm just saying for this game, you leave that man alone. His part of the team did their job. Say nothing. And D'Amico, I don't want him going nowhere. If he does get a head coaching job, so be it. I can appreciate it. But I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I think the Vikings did it for optics. I think it was a good look to interview a hot young DC.
The Rooney Rule.
Yeah, who's also black. I doubt they're going to hire the man. You know, when you look at it from a standpoint, there's a bunch of GM positions open. Where we at there? Why is there nobody black or Latino in one of these GM positions? I'm 100% sure there are a bunch of people out there that are damn qualified for the jobs.
Hey, was it the New York Giants? I heard that they were going to interview Brian Flores, or who was it?
Nah, I don't know who for head coach.
The Texans are going after Flores.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, the Texans want him bad, and that's because they're gonna. If they get Flores, the shit part about it is gonna be a rebuild, because you're gonna have to start with Davis fucking Mills, because we all know the whole situation with Deshaun Watson and the ownership.
Deshaun Watson wants Brian Flores. That's the only reason why he'll stay, is if they get Flores.
Yeah, but is the owner going to even let him on the field?
I think the owner sucks, dude. I don't think he gives a fuck about football, to be honest. My man doesn't care about football at all.
This is true.
Racist. But man, you guys, what a victory, huh? So I want to go around because I haven't heard Zach in a while. So we'll start with Zach. Zach, if you had to just give one MVP to this game, and there's a lot of deserving guys, but one MVP for the Niners team, who do you give it to?
For this game? Oh. I think, it's got to be Deebo, man. It's hard to not go with Deebo Samuel. Just everything he did, he literally gave it his all. Wrist injury, played through injuries, and what the 49ers were able to do was largely because of him on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm going to go with Deebo.
Brandon, let's hear it.
So, does it have to, can I say, the whole special team squad?
Nope.
Oh, one person.
Okay, one person. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna so Zach said Deebo. I'm gonna see Arik Armstead. That boy ate 2 sacks. He's been on fuego the past couple weeks. So I'm saying Arik
man
Armstead.
Was hungry, and you already know who I'm gonna throw it to. Dion, what's your MVP, my man?
I'm gonna go with my boy Huff. He scored the touchdown. Without Hufanga, we ain't here having this type of conversation. Nope. Gotta go Talanoa, man. Shout out to the Tongan people. Love the young man that you have produced.
I will say this much too: that one deep throw, because Zach brought it up way earlier, it was surprising that Aaron Rodgers didn't really throw it deep that often. The one deep throw that he had to Devontae Adams, double covered against Hufanga and Dante Johnson. I was like, that's the recipe for disaster. But Hufanga and DJ played it well, man. They didn't contact Adams. They kind of just threw their hands up and said, hey, look, we're not touching him, but we're going for the ball. It was played beautifully. But guys, to finish it, because, we're kind of pushing an hour already. It's like, I want to talk for another hour, man. But I got to give it to Robbie Gold. I really do. Okay. That guy has faced so much shit since he had the contract issues with us. And although I still don't like the contract, that man was clutch against Dallas. That man iced the game against the Packers, literally, not figuratively, because it was freezing fucking cold out there. I got to give it to Robbie Gold, you guys. The clutch field goals in the snow and the cold, the guy has just been facing so much crap all season long. So I got to give it to Robbie Gold, man. Coming in the clutch when it mattered most. Unbelievable.
Bring up 4-9 Bloodlines. His comment.
That's just mean.
That's hilarious,
man. That's absolutely mean. But moving forward, guys, I'm gonna kind of ask an open-ended question. We'll start with Zach again. Whether we face Tampa Bay or I have to say Dallas or LA, what do you think should be the focus moving forward? If you had to choose one focal point, whether it's playing defense hard or, waking up on offense, Zach, start with you. What do you think should be the Niners' focal point going into the championship game?
100% starting earlier, waking up. Look, going into a fourth quarter with 3 points, very rarely are you going to win that game. Very rarely is that a successful game for your offense. They need to get the damn job done for 4 quarters, start in the first, march the ball down the field like you've done before plenty of times. Start with a touchdown, whatever it is. Get some points on the board. And Jimmy, take care of the damn ball. Just take care of the damn ball. They're almost lethal. Kyle Shanahan said it a million times. I preach to my team, if we don't turn the ball over, we're almost impossible to beat. That's what they need to do.
Couldn't have said it better, man. I think that's what we all been screaming for. Is just don't turn the ball over. Don't turn it over, and we win. Matt brought it up. I think it was against the Titans game weeks ago. It was like, man, the Niners are 2-9 when Garoppolo throws more than one pick or a pick. And that was just the story is that the Niners just don't win when Garoppolo throws an interception, and it's always very untimely. But yeah, man, clean football. Dion, throw it to you. Switch it up a little. What's the focal point going into next week? Doesn't matter who the team is. What do we got to focus on?
I'm going to kick it to Brandon. Zach said everything I was going to say. This is exactly it. Wake up early, man. Just get the offense going. I need touchdowns. I'm tired of walking out of here with my heart in my, where I feel like I'm about to shit it out. Like, give me some TDs on offense, man. Get the offense moving, get it rolling, and do whatever you can to make it happen. But Brandon, it's on you, buddy. I'm with Zach. Get going, because we can't keep these. We love these games because they're gritty, but I don't want to rely on this. I don't.
No, I agree with both of you as well. I think we'll have for sure a better chance this time around because we're not playing in the cold or the snow or anything. And basically when we get the ball to our first series, has just run the damn ball. As soon as you start doing that, everything clicks together and shit happens and we can win, You
said it best, man. NY said it best too. Let's fucking go. Yeah. I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit. Closing point right here for me. Special teams has to step up again. This was huge. I just did a little bit of quick research. The Niners coming into this game, right? 26th in special teams. Not pretty. Guess who has a worse special teams than us going into next week if they win? Tampa Bay. 27th special teams. So they are right behind us, man. The LA Rams are 4th in special teams. So whether we face the Rams or Tampa Bay, I want to see special teams step up again. This was huge. Robbie Gold had a career day, in my opinion. He just won us the game. Richard Hightower, whatever the hell he did, got us a block punt and a touchdown. I mean, this was like Richard Hightower's awakening. It's like it's about damn time we finally see something out of special teams because all season long it's just been terrible. But they pulled it out, man. Special teams accounted for 13 points. Unbelievable. I want to see them step up again. Whether it's a block punt, whether it's a block field goal, which we didn't even talk about. The block field goal by Jimmy Ward was insane. That was I can't believe that happened too. Oh my God, just so much in this game. Just, I mean, little things and big things all came together for victory. But I want to see special teams step up again. Whether it's Jimmy Ward blocking a field goal, Jordan Willis blocking a punt. Maybe if Deebo Samuel is good, I loved seeing him on the kick return. It was about damn time. Dude brought that out 40 yards, or I think it was 50 yards even. It's like, let's see that again, So, guys, that'll be my closing point. I want to see special teams step up. Whoever we play, just be hungry, man. Just be hungry for the football. Be hungry to make a damn tackle. These guys are relentless. They've been hungry all season long, and you just got to keep that energy flowing.
Yeah. Just before we end it real quick, I was like, dead sure that they lost this game when they didn't convert on 4th and 1, and they had that kind of head scratching run to Elijah Mitchell right up the middle when you had Trent Williams in motion and you don't follow your blockers. I did not think they were going to be able to come back from that, but damn, was I wrong, man. That blocked punt where nobody knew where the damn ball was for a solid 10 seconds, and then the ball bounces and you see Hufanga notice it, pick it up. There's 3 Niners around him, and take it into the end zone to tie it at 10. Hell of a game, man. This was a 49ers signature TM win. If you can talk about the 49ers season, putting it down to a game, this was that game. It was ugly, but they got the damn job done, and they did it right in the nick of time before they almost didn't. So with that said, guys, we got to say thank you to our sponsor. There's still 2 playoff games left, if you can believe it, before we get to the championship games. So before I get there, though, shout out to MyBookie for sponsoring the show. Fantasy football season's over, but you can still keep the excitement alive with MyBookie's double deposit bonus. Having your initial deposit matched up to $1,000 is like playing every game with home field advantage. All you have to do to sign up is use promo code Hive, Hive, and get your funds credited to your account instantly so you can start placing your bets with MyBookie. That's MyBookie.AG, promo code Hive. They will match your first deposit all the way up to $1,000 plus a $20 MyBookie casino chip to bet at the MyBookie casino. With the NFL postseason in full swing, there's no shortage of games to choose from at MyBookie. Everybody knows the playoffs equals points, and it's the best time of the year to hammer the overs. With every player out to make a name for themselves, player props are a great way to find an edge. MyBookie is also home to exclusive contests that can be used to maximize your winnings and make your 2022 your best year yet. Don't miss out, guys. Double your first deposit up to $1,000. Imagine depositing $1,000 and then having $2,000 to bet with using promo code Hive as an HIVE. Place your bets and get ready for the intensity of some playoff action. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Shout out to MyBookie for sponsoring the show. We also had our prop contest with our guys over at Pickup. They will handle who won. So shout out if you guys bet in the pickup prop, who has more total yards, Deebo Samuel or Devontae Adams. If you bet, you were entered to win. So good luck to everyone for that. You will win a set of MLB shop mugs and a $50 gift card to NFL Shop. All right, guys. Any final words here?
Hey, I just want to say one thing. Just know that both number one seeds are out of the playoffs now.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, man. When's the last time both number ones lost the same day?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Dion, you got any
I'll
final
say
words?
this. I'll say this as I said it yesterday. We'll look right up here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab this. Okay. Grab something real quick for y'all. Y'all see this here? See that? It tells you all the Super Bowls that we won. I know the glare from it is there.
I see that Bengal helmet.
Yeah, you see that Bengals helmet?
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
I know where you're going with this.
I see it 2 times.
Baby. It is destiny.
I see it in 1982 and I see it in 1989. Yep. And I might see it in 2022. Cincinnati, keep doing your thing, baby. I would love to see you in the playoffs. Because at the end of the day, you gave us 2. I'll be very happy if you provide us a 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say.
Perry, you got any final words?
Hey, Dion. In 1988, do you know who the Bengals beat in the AFC Championship game?
Was it the Kansas City Chiefs?
They beat the Buffalo Bills in 1988. Dion's talking about destiny, man. I'm saying destiny and history have a way of repeating itself. So, woo! Cardiac kids, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But, guys, awesome show. I think we can all agree that we love being Niners fans. We may shit on Garoppolo. We may shit on whoever it may be. A lot of it's reactionary. But at the end of the day, man, we just want a victory. We want to win. We want a bowl. We've been hurting so much. 11 seasons, 5 NFC championships, 6 losing seasons. It's been a lot of pain for us Niners fans, man. So I will say it's just a pleasure being here. It's been the process, and it's a lot of fun. I love you guys. I love the 49ers. Can't wait to be talking preview next week. Can't wait to be talking post-game next week. And let's get a fucking victory, man. Zach said it best. Zach gave you some chills, man. 2 victories away. 2.
Let's fucking go,
man.
Let's go, baby.
All right, guys.
Go.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hell of a night. Hell of a Saturday night. Hit like, hit subscribe. You know the deal. We will be back with you later in the week to preview their NFC Championship game. Love the way that sounds. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.